After seeing this video in Oakland's Chinatown, actor and producers Daniel Wu and Daniel Dae Kim spoke out and offered a $25,000 reward for an arrest.
The way we see it is that it's not one community against another. It's everyone versus racism.
All right, this is horrifying and sad to watch. People are attacking Asians in America, even 91-year-olds, just because the coronavirus started in China, which is insane. And you know what? Good for Daniel Wu and Daniel Dae Kim for putting up the cash reward for an arrest. But it's sad that they even had to resort to this. I mean, if you know that someone racially attacked a senior citizen, you should snitch on sight. No incentives should be needed. Like, who is out there watching their TV like, I mean, yeah, sure, I saw that dude attack an old Asian man, but what's in it for me? And while a lot of people are talking about this situation now, the truth is it's not exactly new. In fact, it's been building since the very beginning of the pandemic.
The Asian American community has been faced with effectively two pandemics. The first is the COVID-19 pandemic, but the second pandemic, it's a virus of racism that we have faced.
Asian Americans Advancing Justice has cited at least 3,000 anti-Asian incidents since last February. In New York City, there was an 867% increase in Asian hate crime victims in 2020 compared to the year before.
Advocates say these attacks became more prevalent after former President Trump began routinely using racist language to describe the pandemic.
Chinatown was one of the earliest New York City communities to get hit during the coronavirus pandemic, and it was hit hard. Many businesses still struggling to stay open now, nearly a year later.
I think it was racism. People said, it's Chinatown, there's bound to be COVID there.
And that stigma has sparked some dangerous incidents, some documented on social media.
If you're from China, I need to know.
Like this hotel manager in Indiana.
Because why?
Because there's a coronavirus going around, and anyone from China, I am told, has to be picked up and quarantined for 2 weeks.
Good Lord. An 867% increase in reported hate crimes against Asians in New York City. 867%. This shit is like the GameStop of racism. And it's especially crazy when you consider that everyone was indoors all year. I mean, you know people are true assholes if they'll risk getting corona just to show you how racist they are. But what can we do about this rising violence? Well, here to share a few real ways that you can help fight hate crimes against Asian people in America, we turn to The Daily Show's very own Ronny Chieng. Ronny, I'm sorry that we're chatting under such sad circumstances, but it is always great to see your face.
Yes, thank you, Trevor. It is always great to see my face. But you know what? Now's not the time to talk about how incredibly handsome I am or how I'm somehow getting better with age, because this other issue is more important.
Well, I mean, we definitely agree on that. So how can people help fight these hate crimes?
So there are a few big ways people can help. I mean, number one is if you see a hate crime or harassment or discrimination, report it. Because if authorities don't hear about hate crimes, they won't do anything about it. But if you have a mountain of evidence, it's impossible to ignore what's happening, unless you're a Republican in an impeachment trial.
Well, I mean, of course, yes, but that's a totally different issue. The question is, though, how can I or anyone else report a hate crime?
You can use the website below. It's quick and super easy to use. You can report a hate crime in less time than it takes to decide what Netflix show to watch. I mean, did you know there are 6 different shows about tacos now? I only have room in my life for 1 taco show, okay? 2, if the taco's also a serial killer.
Oh yeah, dude, that taco was super guilty. I don't even know why people are like, wow, hashtag free that taco. Come on, man, let's move on. But okay, what about people who aren't seeing hate crimes happening in front of them? Is there any way that they can help?
Yeah, if you're in an area where these attacks have been happening, volunteer to be a chaperone. Organizations like Compassion in Oakland will connect you with Asian elders to help keep them safe when they're walking around. And it's a win-win situation because elderly Asians have so much knowledge to give. Like, you could learn from them how to negotiate the best price for anything. One conversation and you'll never overpay for shrimp paste again. Trevor, how much are you paying for your shrimp paste right now?
Right now? I don't buy shrimp paste. What is that? To like glue shrimp together? What do you use that for?
Okay, well, that's another hate crime I'll have to be reporting.